Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, Closet Gamer here again. I had a good sleep. I've got me Cherryade here, half a litre of it. I just popped a Red Bull. I've got my iPad all set up to record more notes. And last time I've got some nice glare in my TV. That's going to help certainly with everything. Whoa. I think I've seen this area. Is there any point to it other than it looking nice? I've got bloody glare on my screen. God damn it. So yeah, where were we? So yeah, last episode we just had that really nice flashback scene with Joel and Ellie, which was, I suppose, a nice thing. And now we're on the hunt again for Tommy. Even though I don't see, he doesn't need our help, clearly he's kicking their asses. So far, my impressions of the game are relatively good. If there's one thing I'm not a fan of, it's the weapons. I don't mind the melee combat. I just think the guns are they're just tricky to aim. And the enemies, the animation's absolutely beautiful for the motion and stuff, but I think the enemies move a bit rigidy, which makes it a bit difficult to actually pinpoint a headshot on them. But then again, maybe that's because I'm not enjoying the gun side of it as much, or maybe I need more practice in it. I don't know. I don't know if it was like this in the original. I mean, maybe that's what Skill Up was saying in his video when he was talking about not enjoying the combat as such. I think the melee combat's really good. I'm not very big on how the guns. I mean, look, for example, this gun here, right? It's so sensitive to try and get, a clean shot, and then when you shoot, there's that recoil, and then it just fires it and then you just can't get a second shot off. So generally, I find that if I can't hit them with the first shot, I can't. The second one, chances are, unless I'm spraying the bullets, it won't hit anything. I'll just keep hitting nothing. The first shot, you always kind of need to land the shot. To either injure them, because when you shoot a body part, it does injure them, which is nice, and you do feel really visceral when you kill some people, because they groan, they scream. I've noticed that's really hectic way of driving home what you're doing, so it does have a really big impact on the gameplay, because it does feel like what you're doing is having an impact. This is also the first part of the game, to my recollection, where I'm actually on my own. I've had that Dina chick with me throughout the whole game, and it's handy having a co-op person, don't get me wrong, but I think this game, with its features, really should be a solo game. It's handy having her. I think that's the whole point, is to kind of get you comfortable with the initial combat loop, the gameplay loop, and they do that by giving you a person who kind of takes some of the pressure off of you. In terms of the AI, I don't think they're particularly bright. I do see flaws in their design. I don't know if that will change if I put on a harder difficulty, or if the harder difficulty will just up the damage numbers. Lots of games, they have the same kind of stupid AI, but they make it so they do more damage. That's how, you don't get more intelligent AI when you up the difficulty in most games. You just get you just take more damage or have less life, or a combination of the two of them, sorry. So I don't know. One of the things which I did talk about in the last video, which bugged me, was the fact that you couldn't go back. Considering this game started as a very open world kind of thing, which I did like, I think it was well done, where you're just kind of going from house to house, scavenging and finding new resources, getting better weapons. That was really fun, because it just feels like that's what the game kind of should have been. Or at least, not this game, I get it, this game is a story-driven game, so maybe it shouldn't have been that, but I think what it should have been, I'm trying to find the right words, I think the gameplay of this game wanted it. If this was a game where it was stealth and you were just to walk around, I think it should have been open world. So I think the gameplay kind of wants to be an open world experience, but you're kind of hamstringed into going down this linear route, which has advantages and disadvantages, I think. When I was going through that sewer part, I really had hoped that I could go back, but because I jumped down, that was it. You know, I couldn't say, can we go back? Can I not go and get something else? And that's the only thing that ever bothers me about linear games anyway. It's the fact that you kind of have to investigate everywhere, because otherwise you'll miss something, and then short of a second playthrough, you're not going to go back. I mean, I know I'm trying to rattle through this game in a weekend, so I'm not going to be able to get involved in the minutiae of it entirely. See, that's a nice feature, the fact that you have to tap the flashlight, but again, it's a really simple motion control feature. Okay, a good clicker killer. Well, we're not bad, to be fair, and neither's Tommy. He's taken on an entire army by himself. I mean, that's the other thing. It's, to a certain degree, it's the realism of the situation as well. These people, I mean, put it into context, right? These people that we're hunting are trained soldiers, right? They have to be competent at what they do. Right? And now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Ellie and Joel, they aren't competent. They're bound to be because they're survivors. And I get it. Being a lone man, like a lone person out here, you do have the advantage of they don't know where you are at every given moment. But I don't know, this game feels like it should be like a one-hit death. You know, one of those games where in order for it to actually be on a realistic level, I mean, I know I moan like hell about one-hit deaths. I mean, I did in the last few videos. Every time those clicker enemies get hold of me, because they rip your throat out and you're dead. You know, if they get near you, you're fucked. And I know I moaned about that, but I think to a certain degree that's what all the enemies need to be like. I think you either have to be a stealth genius or really comfortable with the combat. And if anything, I think I fall into the stealth category purely because I don't like the guns. I just don't think they handle very well, which is a shame because I know this game it's about the guns. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. This isn't, you know. I just think I'd probably be one of the people who would try and go through this entire game, as I have been, just trying to silently take everyone out without them knowing I'm even in the area. I think the stealth takedowns take too long. I think it's, you know, I think it needs to have, I mean, I'm hoping when I get the perk upgrade to get to stealth kill quicker, I'm hoping it's just going to be slit throat, drop them on the floor, get out of the way. Because in a sense, that's what it should be anyway. It's not really realistic when you're slitting someone's throat and then like a zombies or like someone else is nearby and they kind of walk past you but they don't see you. But again, I guess it's a game, you know, it's not realistic. You know, you've kind of got to take these kind of things with a pinch of salt, and it's just I have to consciously tell myself that realism isn't the goal here, bearing in mind the animation has to be realistic to the point that I can't just run and then she suddenly stops. I can't just, you know, there's always that slight delay, not a big delay, nowhere near, but there's always that slight delay where the motion has to be realistic. So my argument is, if the motion's realistic, then why isn't all of it realistic, you know? I have that kind of opinion when it comes to all of these type of games. You know, I just see it as, you know, if you've done it with one thing, you have to do it with everything. Regardless of whether or not that's right, I can't answer you that question. But I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think it runs so well. I think it looks so beautiful as well. That, I mean, Naughty Dog are just notorious for knocking out the graphics. I mean, look at this. It looks stunning. You know, the kind of stuff they've done. It does look amazing. I mean, you can't whack them down there at all.
How do I get up there?
Oh shit. Shit's getting real, guys. Also, again, if you're just tuning in, I mean, obviously, I'm a relatively new figure in the YouTube spheres. I'm not known. I'm hoping to get a few videos up in the future. My situation is just, obviously, I've got a full-time job, so it's a little difficult. But games are my passion. They always kind of have been. I have tried to get a job in the games industry because I am an animator. But sadly, I mean, most of these games companies want experience. They don't just give you the job. Which, you know, I get it. Even though I don't get it. You kind of have to know someone in this industry to actually be able to get into this industry. You can't just be given a chance. But yeah, with a background in animation, if there's one thing I appreciate in any of these games, I appreciate the work that goes into them, because I've had to do it to a certain degree on a few indie projects I've worked on before. I mean, don't get me wrong, none of them took off in any large way. I've made a games course, I've made a couple of things to teach animation and stuff like that, so I see what they're doing with it. Break down what goes right in after things come down. Oh. Don't tell me they're bringing a dog into this or something, because if they kill a dog on this, I'm really not going to be happy. Yeah, if there's one thing people come to learn about me, it's I don't like animals dying in any medium. Call it silly, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I can't always get beyond it. I don't like seeing it, really. I mean, I knew those horses were going to die at the beginning. I was just like, yeah, the horses are going to die, they're going to be the first things to die, and shocker, they died. Yeah, I have a big sentimentality when it comes to animals. I mean, I know we're animals technically, but as far as I'm concerned, we should know better. I'm going through this thing again, trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. I mean, part of me wishes this sense thing could tell me where there's collectibles. You know, kind of like a Tomb Raider thing, because I hate missing stuff. I mean, that's probably what stretches this game out to some people anyway, the fact that they don't want to miss stuff. I've got a brick. A second brick. Don't need a brick, I can break through the window, motherfucker. Scissors. Don't need any more scissors. I'm getting to the point now where I don't even need these collectible bits. Let's see if it's upgrade time for the stealth, because I want to go all the way up to stealth. 100% speed. Oh, look at that. Stealth kills faster. Now we're going to find out if the stealth kills are good. Craft smoke bombs. Okay. Just an FYI guys, if you hear me talking to anyone else, it's because other people in the house, so if they interrupt me, I apologise. Just going to have to ignore it. Boom. Let's say we can craft smoke bombs. Got that, got that. Alright. That. Yeah, playing game. Oh yes, what do we get ourselves into? The rules are supposed to do all the resources, control what we said, told us to do our job. Morning, moving to stadium. What? I grew up in this town, I survived the outbreak in this town. I'm not moving to some refuge camp where some arsehole tells me I can or can't wipe my own arse. It's my home, we need a plan, we can't settle for the same thing. Ah. So we're saying these are kind of dictatorships. Isn't that kind of standard when it comes to zombie apocalypse kind of towns? So that's my quick select. Don't think there's anything else in here. So out we go. Here's a question. Is the hair wet? I can't actually see. I have to adjust my screen because the second it gets dark I'm not going to be able to see anything. Hold on 1 second guys. It's not ideal, but that'll work. I've had to angle my screen to the right, so I'm actually looking at it lopsided, but fuck it. Can't have that glare. It's fucking annoying. The jump as well. I mean, the jump. Look at it. I mean, how high does she jump? She jumps nowhere off the ground. It's like, I swear to God, it's not a jump. It's like a quick time button, because it only really triggers something elongated when you're either running. And even then, I'd argue that triggers a cut, like a quick time event. And when I say quick time event, I don't mean quick time event in the classic sense. I mean it's like it's not fit for purpose, but if you press it at the right moment, it becomes fit for purpose, if that makes sense. So it doesn't really work as what it is intended to. It's not really a gameplay feature, it's a cutscene part. Okay. Oh yeah, I haven't read these. How far did we come from? Did I read this? Is this the beginning? Don't know how much of this I've actually read. The struggling to sleep. You've seen him, his head caved in. Think about, I can't say Joel, him. His open skin, slack jaw, insides out. I won't let her remember me that way. I'd rather die alone. Did she die alone? Was her God with her? Who's she talking about? Okay. Her journal's the thing that doesn't make any sense to me. It's like a load of waffle. I mean, do I have to have knowledge of the first game to understand what this is? Oh, the fucking shamblers. I fucking hate those things. I should have said to her, she's going to treat me different now, and I wish my fucking mask didn't break. When did she figure out she was... When did she figure it out she was pregnant? That feels like a long sentence. It feels like it should say, when did she figure out she was pregnant? Not it out, she was pregnant. Where were we a couple of weeks ago? Boys. I remember her throwing up in Kennewick. This is too much. It all fucking makes sense. Find out how tired she's been. Well, I would argue against that. She fell through a fucking roof, first of all. If she's pregnant and she fell through a roof that high and landed on her back and then nearly got strangled and the shit beaten out of her, that kid is dead. I mean, if we're talking realism again, I think it makes entirely a huge amount of sense that she is throwing up and being ill. Even if she wasn't pregnant, if I'd fallen through a roof, I'd probably be throwing up too. Why did you trust her? What should I do? Instead of turning back, just got in this whole thing as quick as possible. Fuck the wolf. Fuck the werewolves. That's what I say. Fuck those werewolves. What I know is, ever since the beginning now, you can't just pull up the map. You've got to go through all this shit to find the map. Where is the map? Map of Seattle. Fucking hell. Because she just wrote something like it. So I think the map should be... I think key items should have their own subsection. I'm just going to make a note of this too. Not 5. About 23. Just because it's just annoying getting out every fucking time. Before I thought they'd figured out a way to do it by you just holding like the trackpad when you're in the open world segment. If you held it, she'd pull out the map. But now I have to go into the backpack, pull out the map, and do other bits and pieces which I just don't feel are necessary. It just feels like a whole load of waffle. Yeah, that's going to go out there. Sorry if it seems like I'm lounging around. I'm not too good at talking and playing. It's something I think it's an alien brain thing that some people are actually good at. I'm not. If I'm playing a game properly, then I don't really have a lot to say. And the more I get tired, the less conversation you get as well, because my brain's just not working. That's why last night on the late night programming episode, there was literally nothing coming out of my mouth, because I was like, I've got to keep playing, I'm fucking tired, I want to go to sleep, but I want to keep going because I want to try and keep to a schedule a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to see a hint. I'll get to where I've got to go, just let me explore. I'm trying to make sure I've gone to every area, because unlike some people, I like trying to collect everything. I haven't realised until now that you don't actually have to take the hints. I usually press it just to get rid of that fucking prompt, but the prompt's gone, which means I'm meant to be going up here. Thank you. See that? See that? That was helpful. Because now I know that's where I've got to go, so now I can check, especially where that lake thing was, to make sure there's nothing over there, because I thought that's where I had to go. But clearly not, so this is just a dead end. Also, one of the things which I noticed in the flashback last night, if you tuned into last night's thing, you would have seen like a flashback with Ellie and Joel. And let's have a look. At least they wet their hair. The water effect splash isn't very good, but what are you going to do? It's acceptable for what it is, I suppose. But yeah, if you tuned in last night, you probably saw that there was a section where Ellie goes like to the science, like the history museum, and there's space and shit. Very really nice moment, I have to say. But you do swimming before you get there, and I was like, when's swimming going to crop into this part of the game? Because it looked really nice under the water as well. Getting text messages. Like I said yesterday, my co-worker Dave's playing this as well, and we're kind of having a debate over Final Fantasy VII Remake. Here, the bottom line, the end 5 of the conversation, more or less, is he doesn't believe that there's a motivation for why that game is how it is. Oh, here we go. Pause that conversation for a second. Oh, here we go, dogs. Oh, fuck, I'm going to have to kill dogs. Ah, I fucking hate this. Got to kill animals now. This is brilliant.
You think this guy's connected to the girl from the school?
That'd be a hell of a coincidence if it weren't.
I hate these small loners. They could be hiding anywhere.
I hear ya. Let's find him. Get back home.
Shit, I'm still being followed.
Don't stop.
God damn it, get off me! For fuck's sake. First dog. It fucking kills me, little bastard. Now I want him dead. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking dogs.
I got movement. I'll see
Those fucking bastard things get. Don't have any sentiment for the dogs now.
There's
another one out here.
Don't she get away? Search the whole street. She can't have gone far.
Okay.
You're the other one left, mate. I think. Thank you. Something was seeing me then when I stood up. Oh shit, there is another one. How many more are there? Fuck. Get behind you, motherfucker!
Okay. Okay.
Bastards get fucking hell. New med kit. Let's see what else I can make. Next time I'm leaving them a fucking mine if they think of fucking tracking me down over that bullshit. Kitted out my hammer thing. I'll do a bit more damage. Anyway, the conversation we were having before, yes. Yeah, me and a guy I work with, we're basically having a little bit of a debate over the Final Fantasy VII remake. I'm a big time. I mean, that game, that was my jam. Always has been. I've replayed it loads of times. That's why I haven't brought myself to replay it again on the Switch, because I've completed it so many times now. And every time it just gets more predictable. I just, you know, that first time was where it was at. But what I was hoping the remake would rekindle my love of it and make it, you know, just give me another reason to play it again, because that's all anyone's looking for when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, I swear to God. They're just looking for an excuse to play it a second time, a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time. When Final Fantasy VII first came to the Vita, that was a perfect excuse for me to play it a second, I know, sorry, not a second, well, probably a fifth time there. So I did, obviously, got completely lost in it, completed it again. Emerald weapon, ruby weapon, I did it all again. Gold Chocobo, Knights of the Round, everything. And then, when Remake was coming, I was like, yeah, well, I'll probably see that when I'm probably about 50, because they will never get their shit together to knock out something this amazing again. And I was praying that they would just do a shot-for-shot remake. Just make the graphics look better, you know. It doesn't need all the singing, all dancing extras. It just needs to be the same game, the exact same game. Maybe with a couple of extra elements, you know. Don't go mad with it. But the disparity I feel with the remake to the original vision, the original game. Oh, what's in here? For me, is the tone. I kind of think of this kind of, into a certain degree, as the Marvel paradox, the Disney mindset to telling like any kind of story. They have to water it down a little bit. Well, not even a little bit, a lot in some cases, where you can't have violence for violence's sake. You can't just have violence because it was that way in the original. You can't have a depressing moment, something that really does. And also, most important of all, you can't have stakes. I mean, if you watch like the original Final Fantasy VII, I mean, I always compare. One of the things which I was hoping they would land right was the feeling in the train station after you've done the first mission. Like when you've bombed that first reactor and you're heading home in the train, and Barrett is talking to you about the plight of the people and all of this shit, and that music that's playing, that really sad music, and how they're just looking at that plate and they're talking about how the people of the slums are like the train, it can only go where the rails take it. I remember the quote. It was so profound. I love that quote. I think it's a perfect summation of the game. The world isn't perfect. It isn't. Our world isn't perfect, but it likes to think it is, or it likes to think it's getting better. And in Disney's world, everyone is perfect. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure some of them have got flaws. I get it, but if you notice that the hero always wins, there's no shades of grey. There's no stakes. Outside of a few instances. I mean, with Endgame, I'm so shocked that they killed off Robert Downey. I thought, spoilers, by the way. Sorry. Shit, I'm going to shut my mouth. Because this is obviously where I'm meant to go. But yeah, I'm just saying, when it comes to Disney's properties, they like to just talk about family values because that's what Disney is. It's a family company. It makes films for everyone. And you know why it makes films for everyone? Because inclusivity means max profit. It no longer becomes about telling a story about a warrior who's ends up, from being in a place where he's willing to give up, he just wants to fight, he doesn't give a shit, to I'm going to save the world. That is not significant to them. It would have to be, yeah, he doesn't want to do the fight, but you know what, at this point he's happy to do a campy dance to get a dress, to be, to impress, to get into with some sleazeball. The whole point of that scene is just so he can save Tifa. That's the only point of it. I just think they have to water down a lot of the content, and Square Enix are trying very much to be like Disney, and it bothers me. Because this inclusivity shit, don't get me wrong, I'm all on board with it. I'm just not happy with... I'm not happy with this, like, how they have to dilute content down, which was already working. Final Fantasy VII already worked, guys. I mean, didn't you know that? The game concept itself always worked. So you didn't have to change any of it. You could have just left it and it would have worked. But as it stands, we now have added elements to a game, so you can justify the sale of 3 games, not 1, 3 different titles, because you've added in all this extra shit, which, in all honesty, I didn't think was... I still don't believe is even necessary. you know, the game worked perfectly fine. I just don't see the point of adding this stuff unless there's a very good reason for it. It's the same argument to me as George Lucas adding the, you know, the Han shot first shit in Star Wars. You know, him having to justify Han isn't a cold-blooded killer at that point. Feeling that he had to distinguish that because Han shot someone in cold blood. You know, out of context. So he has to make it PG. It's just adding a scene. I just don't see the point of it. It was fine as it originally was made, and because now they're starting to remake loads of shit, I just argue the originals are always better because they didn't feel the need to do that. The game was good on its own merits before all this shit was added in. So, boys, Sophia, it's horrifying. Anyway, rant over. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so that's what we're arguing about. Dave doesn't think it's being done for a marketing reason because Square Enix want to max profits, which I'd absolutely believe that's why they did it. They don't do this because they actually believe in these like identities, in these opinions, in these cultures. They don't add it in because they want to say they believe in it. They're adding it in because they want to be inclusive and grab as much money as humanly possible. Final Fantasy VII would have sold no matter what because the original fans would have bought it anyway, and anyone who was an original fan would have just been like, well, this game's been hyped to the pants, I have to play it, and would have played it. But they don't want to go back to the PSX era because obviously it's an old game, so why would they? But I'd argue they roped in the original people who like the original fans who loved it, and then opened it up to absolutely everybody in terms of tone, in terms of theme, adding in goofy comedic elements which weren't necessary. Again, you know, remove the depressive tone of the original game, which it was in that game. I don't give a shit what people say. That game was depressing, and just make it kind of goofy. Barrett isn't an intimidating man. He can't swear. He can't do anything because they've had to PG him. You know. You want to relay turn against all. Believe me, I feel the same, but we can't. Not now. We've got to be smart. I think it's going to. Okay. And yeah, Dave doesn't believe it's he doesn't believe it's motivated by sales, and I absolutely think it is. The cynical bastard in me absolutely thinks it is. I don't think they did this for any other reason than they knew they'd sell more copies. Cynical, maybe, but absolutely what I think's happening here. I'd say I do like how the weapons look when you upgrade them. They look like they've been improved or shinied up from rust bucket things to proper weapons. So also another little note, it's always handy to have a melee weapon handy. That's because chances are, well, just because I prefer melee to the actual shooting mechanics, I don't think the guns are very good. Because as you've seen with me, you miss like 5 out of 6 shots, or at least I do. So and they're fucking like dead shots. They manage to hit you every fucking time. Brilliant. Do we know how these guys actually see the character? Fuck. I hate these fucking things. Got my shotgun ready. Fuckers.
Done.
Fucking hate those fucking things.
I hate shamblers.
Yeah, you and me both. Fucking stupid things. Drugs. I'll take the drugs. Keep trying to use that thing to sense. Taking all the scrap I can get my hands on. But yeah, anyway, that's what our argument's about with it. He doesn't think it's motivated. I do. I see the cynicism in it. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm cynical in lots of fashions. But I think the video games industry has conditioned me to see that way because of how much they've taken the piss of us in the past. They didn't used to be like it. It's just how the industry's evolved. It's become more predatory. It's become more like the modern games, more like the film industry, more like the music industry. You know, it's no longer about the artists. It's more about the fucking financial bottom line. That's fucking bullshit. Here we go. Right. Is that where I was meant to go? I don't even know. Sportsman. Hunting rifle scopes reviewed and rated. Oh, a new upgrade branch for the rifle. Or is it for everything? Ah. Okay, this could help. Okay, I'm putting all my next round of it in this column. Hopefully, this will mean I can actually fucking shoot some of these things without having to miss every 5 fucking minutes. Holy shit. Oh, that stealth kill was much better. It's like the Rick Grimes stealth kill. There was another one. I saw another one. Aha. Go over there. Die! Fuck indeed. Oh no, this is where I came from, isn't it? I thought it was an item I was picking up. Goddamn workbench! Don't trick me like that. I'm not looking at anything. I don't want anything spoiled. I just want to find my way.
An actual tattoo shop.
Yeah, you'd have been at home here. Another skill to add to your bow. Oh, what's this? You know, our hearts will always be with Hillcrest, but after Sophia's shooting, we decided to head to the stadium with us. We've got our own kids to think about. So the wolves kill people. I'm just trying to assess the situation. I haven't really been paying that much attention to the notes. I'm going to have to see if I actually decipher what exactly is going on. And as with everything in these kind of games, you don't know when you've... Is that... That's a garbage thing. Is it blocking something in that doorway? Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. That was a fucking palaver. Yikes. Well, now I've got to find the combination again. You've got to love these safes. There's always a combination written somewhere. I say that, and now there won't be one anywhere in here. I'd say the safes are trying to be puzzles to a certain degree as well. Someone clearly moved that in front of that door to stop these from coming out. And then I opened it and got ambushed. My mistake. This is a hair salon. It is. It's a hair salon. Oh, drugs. It's a really big hair salon. Fucking hell. I hate to think what the rent was in this place. Must have been fucking insane. I need to open that safe now. Fuck. I'm not seeing any clues anywhere either. Did I pick anything up nearby that may... Bootleg. Is there any numbers written anywhere? Ah. Emergency. More call Tom. Hey Tom, check the carburetor. Need more 9s. They've used the same board twice, which means the board probably means nothing. Work schedule. Not seeing any info on the safe. Maybe it's on a piece of scrap paper or something in one of these buildings. It's another salon, isn't it? I don't know. Sheer Lux. Good name for a salon. Did I pick up any other notes? There's nothing there. Nothing there. Your daughter's a very good artist. Wish I could draw like that. Velvet tattoo. Good name for a tattoo place, I guess. Oh yeah, this wasn't the salon, this is the tattoo place. You can jump over there, fair enough. Supermercado. I don't remember what country is that from. Employees only door. Fuck. Where did they come from? What's this? Oh, nice. Remember, if I was shot, sonography. This game's probably going to try to say something profound about the cycle of violence or something like that. They must have come from in here. Somehow seen me or something, I don't know. Oh. Save combo. Here we go. 30, 82, 65. That's all I wanted, the save combo. Yeah, we're not going up there quite yet. I know where I've got to go. Stop trying to tell me. Came from there before, so we're going along here. Making sure, I don't know how these zombies work. They could be respawning for all I know. SWAT weapon. At least that one's got bullets. Okay. So the save combo. It is 30, 82, 65. 30, 82, 65. My memory sucks. Right, what have we got in here? Oh. Looks quite cool. What does it allow? Okay, so for the easy switching of weapons, boom, boom, boom. Keeping this out for now. I haven't seen a card in a while. It's weird. I thought they'd be like everywhere. I mean, and it's like trading card game. You got to catch them all, right? There's one thing I can't stand. It's those fucking poison cloud shit zombies that just come near you and just douse you in acid. Basically just bloaters. It's fucking annoying. Because those things, you take one bullet and they explode. These ones are like armoured and just shoot fucking shit and piss out of themselves. Okay. So that leads back down into the main crevice area. And we're not going back there because we've done that. We are going up. Why ain't it? Something down here. Oh. Couldn't be far from having the bow. That would be very handy.
Whoa. What was that?
Oh shit. Shit's getting real.
Shit. Hope you did that, Tommy.
If he did, he's got a rocket launcher. Shit, there's the zombies. Get into the grass. Turn the light off. Fuck. Good. Fucking bastards. Gradually getting more competent with the gun. Actually getting a couple of headshots now. But I think that range, hopefully those weapon updates now for it should, well, those skill updates that I can get allow me more accuracy. Hopefully that makes it easier, because I basically have to aim and let them walk into my sight because I can't aim it really. Wish I could. It's just too skittish. Look at it. It just moves too fast. That's why I think it could do with an aim assist, or I don't know if playing with the settings might make it easier. I'm just not a big fan of it. Oh, that's lovely. I'm alright for now. What's the note? And I'm sorry, be able to keep taking care of Alfie. You're right about the wolves. They tend to be worse than the military. We turn on each other. They saw the wolves. Yeah. I deserve wolf blood. They should. Doesn't sound good. What, so those people in that thing, did she turn them, she turn them into zombies? Like, oh, gift token. Maybe I can use it. Through here. Ah, fuck. Fuck's sake. Fucking hate this bullshit. Yeah, fucking boring. Fucking stupid quick time event that's random. Fucking wag. That was crusted onto him. Very nice.
Yeah, this'll do.
Ah, I can make arrows. I need a melee weapon for that to work. Nothing in there. More scrap.
That's one way to use mannequins. Let's see. All right.
Okay, quite cool. The bow is my favourite weapon in Tomb Raider. Just hope I get good with it. Like anything, I suppose.
Hey, we got another trespasser. A girl. Did you see her?
No, the fucking guy is nearby.
Shit.
We're looking for two.
Fuck's all that smoke?
We blew up one of our trucks.
How'd you let that happen?
Just.
Who's looking at me?
I want those fucking trespassers.
At least this grass is high enough to the point they can't actually see me. Didn't want to, but I really don't like it when those dogs come for me. Mm-hmm.
Keep her down.
I got her! Right there! Tiger!
Go get her, boy.
Fuck. Oh, God's sake. See, the gun's being shit and then fucking managing to hit me at 100% accuracy every fucking time. Oh, of course, Dogman's re-fucking spawned.
I want every building in the area searched. Might be scars around.
Back into the tall grass.
Gotcha.
Fuck, where'd the bat go? Fucking annoying. How am I being spotted? Who else is in the area? Good. Fucking arsehole. Damn, a clear shot. Fuck, is there a dog running around? Whoa. There's a dog running around loose as well. Dog fucking down. I'll take that. Got enough for anything else? Can I do this now? Ah, fucking finally. Improved aiming stability. Craft me out a fucking silencer.
Okay.
It's one done. Take that. Fuck off. It's not the person finished. Fuckers. Got your fucking head, you prick. Good. Oh, fuck. Fucking dog.
Smell something, girl?
Get off! Oh. Wondering how fucking many more there are. Like a fucking squad out here. This bit is not easy. You definitely can't go rushing in. This is like a delicate operation. Really need a scope, a silencer. dogs will make it fucking annoying because they can track you. I don't know how you lose your scent. Even if I ran, I'd still have my scent, so they'd still be able to find me. So I don't see how that works. Unless you can roll yourself in shit or something and then the smell will go, I don't know. It's just hilarious. Me saying I'm a dog lover, but having to kill these dogs in the most monstrous way possible because they'll rip my fucking throat out. I don't need a hint, I know. Just looting the place. Because I need supplies back. I had to spend a shitload just killing those fuckers. And someone was having their house bug bombed and the apocalypse broke out. Making sure I've got everything here. Take that. Just getting enough supplies for the next trek. What annoys me is I keep making med kits, but then I keep finding them. So but I don't like relying on the chance that they won't give me one. All the bodies despawn, turn just into blood pools. Loading time of coming into the game is quite long, but when you consider the game has no loading screens, it's understandable. It's like pretty much an open world. Well, open-ish. It's just like the full game, hardly have any loading screens. Because the cutscenes are just one thing into the next. Picking up everything possible. Killed all of them. Killed all of them. Here's the question, can I build a silencer now? Good. Silencers maybe last like 3-4 shots, and then you got to make another one. Makes sense in terms of realism, because yeah, it's a bottle on the end of a flipping gun. Don't even know why you need that many parts to build one. It's just a bottle. It should just be one bottle. Duct tape, maybe. The dogs don't despawn. Guess they like to make you feel as guilty as possible. Quick. Craft some more bolts. I don't know if I've gotten better at aiming because I've added those things in, or I mean I'm still not great at aiming, but or if I'm just getting used to it. Don't know where it falls in that. See a medkit. Might full health. Fuck it, might as well be. Now I can take that. Because I'm not going to be coming back up here.
How do I get out of here?
I guess.
Get out through there.
Yeah. Why did you have to tell me that? I'm just saying. I get it, but it's a bit Captain Obvious, isn't it?
Let's check around here. There's so many squads getting pulled in for one trespasser. Fucking school and the TV station. Scars. I think these trespassers might be working with them. Maggie? Maggie's fucking dead! Who the fuck's out there? Spread out.
Whoa. That's how you die. This is quite hair-raising, this bit, because it is literally like being on the hunt, but you're the hunted. It's that Tommy Lee Jones film where he's like taking down his former pupil who's gone nuts and he's just killing people indiscriminately. In this case, it's no indiscriminate killing, it's just, I'm getting that vibe. Definitely equate this kind of shit to Snake Eater and stealth games. Well, from my playthrough anyway, because like I said, I'm not good with the guns, so that means the only option to me is to sneak around killing people as you can. Got to go through here, I think. And then there'll be a load of enemies that will just spawn on top of me. Oh shit.
Nothing yet.
What the fuck is going on with these trespassers? Why did we find out? Fuck that. Don't take any chances. She might have something. Get her! Over here! Think it came from over there! Right here!
Off me some more arrows. Got one of mine back, thank you. Oh shit. Boom. Nothing in the vanity. Be cool to get some more resources. I haven't been able to stealth kill anyone because, well, it's not really doable. Tommy's on his killing binge, as if it is Tommy. I think we'll catch up and find it isn't him. Yeah, this is where I've got to go.
Over here! By the fence! Jesus Christ!
He's going to wait there for me. That's cool. Take your fucking melee weapon, arsehole. that.
Trespasser in here! Help!
Take that. So we're just generic trespassers now.
We've got them surrounded! Close in!
Holy shit. Please tell me there'll be some DLC for this where you see Tommy's story during all this shit, because I imagine it's pretty hectic. Because he's bound to die. I don't know for sure that's what happens, but I'm betting it is.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm gonna let you do this on your own.
She's safe. She's just sick.
What kind of sick?
She's fine.
Christ, there's a lot of them.
Yep.
How hurt are you?
I'll be okay. Your friends out there rushed me. No warning, no nothing.
Tell me you didn't come alone.
Give me shit about it later.
Fucking idiot, you know that, right?
Yeah. See that truck?
That's your plan.
We need to get some distance.
Right, we've got to get a truck. Nope.
Be smart about it. Trespasser. Might be someone here. Come with me.
I got you covered. Got visuals on them! By the fence! Down!
Jesus, he's a good shot. Fuck.
I'll get the keys! Ellie! Got the keys. Let's go! Get in!
What? Fuck.
Jesse, get us the fuck out of here!
I'm trying!
Jesse! Jesus! Watch out!
that certainly puts some distance between us and them.
Go, go!
Here we go, swimming segment. What mark is this? 2 hour mark. Shit.
You okay?
Yeah, we're good.
I think we're in the clear. Here, come on.
Oh, thanks.
This way.
That was really cool.
Dina! Jesse. Hey, you okay?
Nothing, no sleep, and take care of it.
We should get inside. Yeah, okay, come on. Easy. How'd you get past Maria?
I had to sneak out. Friends' problems are my problems. I heard you're sick.
Oh, it's just a stomach thing. Come on. Let's sit you down, huh?
You don't need to do
Oh,
that.
shut up. So when'd you leave Jackson?
Day after you, there was bad snow and I crossed into Oregon. I've been doing 18-hour stretches for the past 2 weeks.
That was hectic, that end bit.
Huh?
Are you with me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Another flashback sequence.
Sign trigger. Man, I mean, I forget my own birthday if she didn't remind me when it was.
You should just apologize to her.
I just said. Okay, what's going on?
Nothing. Why?
I can tell when you're off.
Just got some stuff on my mind.
You let me know if you want to talk about it.
Okay.
Stuff on my mind.
Stragglers,
How many?
just a handful.
It's bound to be more than a handful.
You want to give it a whirl?
Oh, maybe we're not moving on. Okay. Oh. Okay, give me the long rifle.
Sure?
I'm feeling generous. See that sign there? Red one? Try hitting that. Good way to draw them out of wherever they're hiding. bullet room to drop.
I see. Shit.
Make sure to compensate for the bullet drop. There you go.
Sounds attracting though.
We're on patrol. Let's clear them out. Just take your time. There you go. 2 left.
Gotcha. I like this thing.
Oh,
That's all of them.
let his leg clean off.
More over this way if we want to keep shooting.
Okay. Where are they coming from?
Hordes like to move through this area.
Infinite ammo on this gun so far.
Always end up leaving behind a few stragglers.
They do the same routes every year?
Like a migration or something.
What's that about?
Well, when the barometric pressure reaches a certain temperature, shit. Check out the shed. We're moving downhill.
Why?
Dead end. Look up on the truck. Munching on that deer there. Guess they're hungry.
Oh dear. Am I missing something? Ah.
You're
What?
natural. I'm impressed. Looks clear, but there's some this way.
Basically, I'm higher than the fucking actual gun he's aiming at.
By the ski lifts? Look way out. Under those guns. By that tower. See?
Mm. Fucking hell.
What you think?
Good. A handful more. You really good.
Yes.
A couple more out there. Well done. I have to tell Joel about this. Well, I'm not seeing anymore.
Boom.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Let's head in. See if Joel's back.
Sure.
Hand her over.
Hey, thanks for that. It's just what I needed.
Sure.
What's to bet that's the last weapon in the game you get because he dies and gives it to you.
I'm not supposed to say anything. But Joel's worried about you.
There's nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm sure there isn't. But if you don't talk to him, he's gonna think something's wrong.
I talked to him.
Well, you have to do more than hi and bye.
Okay, I will try.
Get easy.
I know, it's a bit of a disconnect. She was a happy kid until, what, 2 years ago? No, 4 years ago.
That was y'all shooting up there, right?
Oh, just some stragglers. Ellie got to try out my scope.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, it feels good.
I see you've, haven't gotten around to changing the string yet.
I didn't know I was supposed to.
Yeah, we'll get you some news.
Well, there's that music store down there. I bet they got guitar stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that area's long overdue for a sweep anyway. I can keep watch.
What do you say, kiddo?
Sure.
And that's our cue.
Are you sure you don't want to come?
Get on now. He's waiting.
We've gone into that awkward daughter-father figure thing, where she doesn't know what to say to him. He doesn't know what to say to her.
Just look out, suddenly fascinated.
I'm just making sure I have everything.
Got to scout the area before you leave, guys. I mean, come on now. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Or am I right?
Need that string. Sounds just fine, me.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful.
He's become like the fun uncle, and
Hey,
he's
what's
always.
the Savage Starlight doing here?
Pretty sure that's Joe's.
Nice. Savage Starlight. Good name.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. Follow me, kiddo.
Two horses that are now dead.
Oh, you and Tommy cross anything when you was out?
Just the few we saw from the ridge. You?
You know, found 2 runners in the house. Jesse tells me you're handling your own quite well on the group patrols. He's even recommending you for paired patrols. Well, I think you're still a bit young for it.
I'm a better shot than almost all of them. And I have more experience than most of the new recruits
Look.
who've...
You think you're ready. I trust you.
Okay. Thanks.
You just do me a favor and start with the shorter routes for now. You know, see how you handle them.
Alright.
Hey, you remember those, Savage Starlight comic books that you're into?
Yeah?
Tommy and I found some when we were moving through at school the other day.
Did you like them?
Oh, you know, it's not really my cup of tea, but Dr. Daniela Starr, I mean, she's pretty,
She's a savage.
well, what she does to Captain Ryan in that death match.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely deserved it, but...
That was a nice twist how they escaped.
You're funny.
Twist. Okay. Fighting to the death does sound like a good thing, though. Two lovers fighting to the death.
Music store's up that way. We'll leave the horses here.
Yeah. Sounds good. Hey, Shimmer, don't get into trouble.
Shimmer's dead. He's blown up.
There's that music store.
Yeah, I see it.
It's like the police don't do us for thieving, eh?
Boost.
I got it.
I got it.
I don't think we can go this way.
What? Damn. Used to be able to swim across there.
Okay, so now what?
Well, if you're up for it, we can try cutting through that hotel.
I'm up for it.
Cutting through the old hotel, which will be full of zombies. Full of fucking zombies. Give me more and more zombies to deal with. I'm not I'm not handling this very well. It's fine.
Damn it.
Well, that might be something. You think you can fit in there?
Well, it's worth a shot.
Shit.
Careful now.
Yep. I'm through! Hold on!
Alright.
Taking all the swag.
Anything?
Looking.
Just grabbing everything I possibly can. You'd have thought at some point from these flashback sequences they give people what they want, or like the fans, the old school fans, give what they want and let them play as Joel for maybe one mission. You know, not that I care. I'm just saying it may have quelled a bit of the backlash if people had just gotten their little fix of Joel and maybe could have been moved on a bit. I mean, I don't care one way or the other. As far as the protagonist, they probably both handle exactly the same. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll do it in DLC or something.
Well, hello. You impressed?
Nope. You're just too skinny. You need to eat more.
You're welcome.
We're probably going to have to move this, aren't we?
I think I see a way through, but we got spores. Put your mask on.
Do I have to? It's just us.
What if we run into someone?
Okay, fine.
There we go.
Stop wearing that mask, Joe, and eventually you're going to slip up in front of someone you shouldn't.
I've never slipped.
You ain't told nobody who, have you? Like Jesse, Ina.
Of course not.
Okay, good.
Becomes like a dirty little secret between the two of you.
You ever been in here before?
That's probably what they're fighting about.
You patrol the streets. Down like a bit of an oversight.
Maybe.
Question, if I get bullets in the flashback, does that mean I actually get to keep them? Yeah, I can't construct anything new. Just keep going on through here. Keep getting on, getting up and on, getting up and on. Getting up and on, getting up and on. We just came through that smelly hole. Scavenging absolutely everything humanly possible. Hope to get to a weapon bench again soon because I want to craft myself some new shit. these flashback sequences are certainly welcome additions. I don't see these as being... I'm not seeing the plot holes that Skill Up was talking about in his review. Is there? I mean, I suppose there's been certain things I can't comment on because I haven't played the first game.
I think it was shot a while back.
The last patrol go through here.
Sure.
Is it one of us?
The people went missing from Jackson and teenagers last year. This was too old. I just rolled in.
Yikes. Roamed in and then died.
This way.
I know.
Come here.
Here we go. Zombies.
Okay. Let's take it out.
There's one up there. Yeah. Yeah. Howdy, partners. Howdy, partners. Howdy, partners. What's in here? Oh, it's just the back end of the disc. That's great. But yeah, I'm just not seeing the plot hole part. I think the narrative's not actually that bad.
Over here.
I mean, I've certainly played games with shitter narrative. I'm just saying. I mean, I play games mostly for narrative, really. I don't mind. It helps the narrative if there's a bit of gameplay for me to get involved with as well. I mean, a game with an intriguing story and shit gameplay, it's a bit antithetical, isn't it? It's a bit silly. That's what I thought about Deadly Premonition. Didn't like it from a gameplay standpoint, but the story was really weird and intriguing. Oh.
Over here. Watch it. Got more of them.
Fuck.
Over here.
think we did it.
I think so. Okay.
So, what do you say we give up on those strings for today?
I think I said it better myself. I think our only way out is forward now.
I don't know, it's not impossible to go back.
That looks like it might be something.
Only on you.
Here we go. Something's going to reach through and pull one of us through or something. Fucking hell. Well, that didn't happen, obviously, in the flashback. I'm trying to run and Joel's blocking the fucking exit. Get out of the way, you fucking idiot. Fuck's sake. Yeah, keep my distance. I fucking did. And you fucking block the exit, you fucking moron. Jesus Christ.
did it.
You know, to being really old, ain't nothing so nice they won't shake off.
I want to get out of here.
I fucking hate that fucking thing. Hits you once and you're nearly fucking dead. Top it off, throw zombies in with the mix. Fuck off.
What are you doing? What if there's like 2 bloaters back there?
It'll be fine. Sport clear.
Quite the fight back there, huh?
Just a bit.
Not often we get a bloater around these parts.
Yeah. Jesse and Dean are gonna lose their shit when they hear about this.
What's the deal with them two anyway? They're dating, right?
On and off. Why?
I hear the way Jesse talks about it.
No, Jesse and I are just friends.
Yeah, I've got a pretty keen eye.
Not so keen with this one.
Let's see.
Don't hold your breath.
He doesn't know she's into girls at this point. Unless Jessie is a girl. Don't know. No, Jessie's a boy, isn't it? It's that bloke who we just met. Well, hooked back up with. Give me the bullets! Fucking amount of shots I fired into that fucking stupid thing. It's still alive. I wouldn't want to take that thing on one-on-one. It'd fucking kill me. Short of us getting a severe defense buff, like some body armor or something that allows you to take a few more hits.
Think you can squeeze through there? See what it is?
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Thanks. Hey, Joel. I think it's them. A couple that ran away last year.
You're right.
Jackson is a wonderful place, but we got tired of hearing the stories of people suffering everywhere else. We wanted to save lives. We had good intentions. We didn't make it an hour before running into a horde. Now we're bitten. We've decided we're gonna end our lives instead of turning. Let's tell our family and friends that we're sorry.
Jesus.
Sydney. I shot her. I can't take my own life. I'm a fucking coward. Only they were immune, right?
Yeah.
Let's go get Tommy and we can get these bodies back to Jackson.
After you took me out of the Firefly Hospital, you said there were dozens of people like me.
Yeah. That's what they're doing.
I've never met another immune person. We traveled
Clearly.
across the entire country bringing fireflies. I had so many questions for them. Why did you pull me out of there while I was still unconscious?
Because I let them run the tests. And when I saw that they were useless, I got us out of there.
How do you know they were useless? Maybe if you just would have given them more time, they could have figured something out.
There was no cure. There's nothing that could help these people or anybody else.
He's lying through his teeth.
You wish things were different. I wish things were different. But they ain't. And we need to get these kids back to their families. Is there something else you'd like to rehash? Good. Come on.
Jesse's passed out. Hey, let me do that.
He's a good guy. Why didn't you tell him?
It wasn't the right time. There you go.
What about this? Anything worthwhile?
Nope.
Actually,
Abby?
no. This girl, Nora, her unit was assigned to this hospital. They were collecting supplies or something.
This hospital?
Yeah.
Nice.
But you're gonna go now?
We have a lead.
Like, at least just wait for Jesse to rest up.
She could be gone by then.
Ellie.
We know her location. Maybe Tommy does too. What?
Nothing.
Good. Can you come help me with the door, please?
This is a good time to stop it. Once this cutscene's done, whatever it is, because we're at 46.
Right. If I follow,
Hope you guys have been enjoying this
take me to the hospital.
little stream. We're going to pause it here for a second. Take a break. Take a break. Thank you for tuning in again. We'll be back in hopefully 10-15 minutes, maybe a little longer, for episode 6, part 6, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Sorry I haven't been talking very much, but it's like I said, it's tricky for me to balance both. I'm trying to focus at the same time trying to talk. Not very good. I need to get more practice at it. Anyway, anyone who's watching, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next part. It's getting good though, isn't it? It's getting really interesting. I'm getting into this, so I have no idea how far I am through it either. I know I've been dedicating a lot of spare time to doing side content, or at least looking around and trying to find stuff before proceeding. I heard it's 5 hours long. I don't know if that's like a flat run through where you don't collect anything. I don't know. Like I said, and everyone's experience is different anyway. So, okay, see you guys later on.